All right, so second thing I'm asked to do in these questions is find his total purchases and total sales using control accounts. Okay, so control accounts are just T accounts where we'll deal with the assets, we'll deal with the debits and the credits. Um, so we're asked to get total sales and total purchases. The reason there's a little bit of working out here is if you look at the cash receipts in this question, there's cash sales of 266,500, but there's also debtors of 101,660. So you're receiving money from debtors of 101,660. So debtors is credit sales. Okay, it's when you make a sale and then you get the money later. So we have a mix of cash sales where people pay us straight away and credit sales where people will pay us later. All right, so we're going to have to just figure out the credit sales is the number we're going to need to actually figure out and then add it on to the cash sales. Okay, so we're going to do a debtors control account. That's going to give me total sales, and we're going to do a creditors control account, and that's going to give me the total purchases or the credit purchases, and then I'll be able to work out total purchases. So the first thing you're going to do is T account, and I'll call it the debtors control account. All right, so debtors is an asset, so the balance, opening balance will be on the debit side. All right, so I've got debtors on the 1st of January at the start of the year, 13,520. All right, so that's my opening balance, 13,520. You can put the date in if you want, 1st of January 2020. So 13,520 debtors. All right. Now, when I make credit sales, okay, when I sell things to people and they don't pay me straight away, that will increase my debtors. All right, so that's going to go on this side of the debtors control account. So when I make credit sales, it's going to go on the same side as my opening balance. It's going to increase this amount when I sell something to someone but they don't pay me for it. All right, that's the last number I put in on these control accounts. That's what's missing. All right, so it's how much I've made in credit sales this year. All right, when you make credit sales, it goes in on this side. So when people actually pay you that money, it should go in on the opposite side. So it should reduce the debtor's balance. So what's going to go in over here is the money I receive from debtors. Okay, so that's your cash receipts, debtors. That's you receiving money. All right. So, so payments from debtors, or you can. So payments received are 101,660. All right. So opening balance 13,520 plus sort of credit sales. That's what I don't know for now, but then that's going to be reduced by the payments I receive. And then I'm also going to have on this side my closing balance, my balance at the end of the year. So debtors, you'll see on the 31st of December was 12,480. So that goes over here as well. Okay, so that's your closing balance. So that's on the 31st of the 12th. All right. Now, this account should balance, so it should add to the same amount on both sides. So looking at it, there's about 13,000 on that side. There's about 112 or 113,000 on that side. So this is going to be the bigger side. So let's add this side up. So 101,660 plus 12,480 is 114,140. And this side, because the account needs to be balanced, should add up to the same thing. 114,140. All right. So what I'm going to do is put the number in here that makes this side add to 114140. So you're going to take your 114140, the right hand side needs to add to, and then you're going to subtract, left hand side needs to add to, and then you're going to subtract 13520, and you get 100,620. So that's your credit sales. 100,620. So you've got an opening balance of 13,000. You make credit sales of 100,000. You receive payments of 101, and then you've got a closing balance of 12,480. So that's how that would kind of flow. This is how much you've got at the start of the year, plus another 100 grand. Take away the money you then receive, means that's what you're owed at the end of the year. All right. The thing is, this is the missing figure. Okay, so because this person hasn't kept proper records, he doesn't know his credit sales amount. So we need to just figure it out because we know the 3 out of the 4 figures that we need. Okay, so his credit sales is 100,620. What we need for the accounts and what we're asked to get is total purchases and total sales. So total sales is just going to be the credit sales 100,620 plus the cash sales of 266,500. And that's equal to 367,120. So that's separate to the T account. Probably should have skipped an extra line before doing this. But there's your total sales number, 367,120. So that's what's going to go into your profit and loss account. All right. What we're going to do now is then just the purchases figure. All right. So we're going to do a creditors control account. It's going to be the exact same thing, but nearly the mirror image of it. All right. So creditors control account, it's going to be a T account again. So this time opening creditors 11,310. So creditors is a liability, so it's going to go over here on the credit side. Okay, so your 1st of January, your opening balance of 11,310 is going to go on this side. All right. I'm going to have then credit purchases that are going to increase that balance. Again, that's the missing figure. That's what I'm going to be working back to. All right. So 11,310 plus the credit purchases. On the opposite side, then I'm going to put in the money I receive from creditors. Sorry, the money I pay to creditors. Sorry. So cash payments, creditors 74,620. Okay, so there's 74,620. So payments to creditors of 74,620. So that's going to reduce the balance. All right. So opening balance plus extra purchases, take away the payments then that I make. All right. What's going to be left then is my closing balance. So creditors, 31st of December, 6,370. Closing balance. All right. So both sides need to add to the same thing. So see the debit side here is going to be the bigger for now. So 74 plus 6, that's equal to 8990. This side needs to add to 8990 as well. So my missing figure here then, so just 8990, take away 11,310 would leave me with 69,680. So that's the credit purchases for the year. All right. So again, how that would actually work in practice is you owe 11,310 at the start. You buy another 69,000 euro worth of stuff on credit. So then you owe about 81 grand. You pay 74,000 of that. So you're left owing 6,370 at the end. All right. What we might be used to doing, maybe from junior cert, is the closing balance being the number we're working out. So we have all these other numbers, and it's the closing balance that we're usually putting in. Okay, this is slightly different because it's incomplete records. We have the closing balance. It's just the credit purchases, which is the missing figure, but it's the same principle as we would have seen before. So again, we're looking for not just the credit purchases figure, but the total purchases figure. So there is cash purchases of 119,860 there already. So we're just going to add those two amounts together. So total purchases is the 69,680 that I've just figured out, plus cash payments purchases 119,860. And when you add the two of those together, you're going to get 189,540, and that's your total purchases. All right, so that's the second thing we're asked to do. Done. Okay, so find his total purchases and total sales using control accounts. That'll be the same every single time you do it, and as I said, they're kind of mirror images of each other, so if you can do one, you can do the other. All right, now we're ready to do the third part, which is the profit and loss account.